Just got my oil changed in my Toyota Sienna 2009 green minivan. I hope I didn't just leak myself there, but we're going to talk about tangent planes. So I'm going to teach you guys how to find the equation of a plane that is tangent to a graph or anything that you desire. So there's two different types of formulas or ways that you can formulate a tangent graph or tangent plane, and I'll show you all of them. Show you both of them, matter of fact, not all of them. But the first question that we're going to do is the function x squared plus y squared, the classic paraboloid. And we're going to find the tangent plane at point 1, 1, 2. So notice how I gave you the point 2 here. 2 is just the z coordinate. If you do 1 here and 1 here, you get 1 squared plus 1 squared, which is equal to just 2. So that's why I put 2 as the z coordinate in our point. Sometimes you won't get the z coordinate. You'll just have to find it yourself. But you do need the z point though. But in this problem, it's given. So first thing that we do is find, again, the gradient. The gradient's always really important. But the gradient, again, remember, is the x partial paired with the y partial. So we have to find the x partial here and the y partial. So the x partial for this equation is just 2x, and the y partial is just 2y. And once we find these, all we have to do is plug in the values of our point. Notice how there's no z point here, so we just ignore it, and this just turns, we just use the x and y coordinates for these points. So we plug in the x value into 1. So we plug in 1, 1 and 1, 1 for our x and y partials. We get 2. So our gradient is 2. Once we find our gradient, we can use this format for our problem. So we get z minus z null, which is just the z point. So we have the z point here, is equal to the f of x gradient at x null, y null. I don't think I'll have enough space for this actually. Hold up, let me move this down. Times x minus x null plus f of y x null, y null minus y minus y null. So this is our equation for the plane. There's another equation for it. There's another setup. But all you have to do is just memorize this. And trust me, it is not that bad because, I'll show you this. There's a pattern for it. It's basically just the x gradient. So it's this right here. So let's color code this. And I deleted everything. Okay. Let's color code this. This is the x gradient. And this is the x partial gradient here. And this is the y gradient. And this part is the y gradient here. So all we have to do is just substitute 2 into these numbers here. And our z value, our z null value, is just the z value for the point that we have. So if we write this all down, we get z minus 2, because that is our z value, is equal to the f gradient, the x gradient, I mean, parentheses, x minus x null, so it's just the x point, just 1, plus f of y gradient, which is just 2 again, y minus y null, which is 1. So this is our equation for the plane. So for this problem, we're going to be using a new format or a new kind of equation for our planar function, or the function for our plane, because we're going to be using an implicitly defined function. So what does an implicitly defined function means? It is just the function that is still 3D but takes in 3 inputs and is equal to some constant. So this is a function that takes three inputs x, y, and z is equal to some constant like 4. This is called the implicitly defined function. And when you see a function like this with three inputs equaling a constant, you're going to use this format of the equation for the plane. And for a function that takes in just two inputs and equals our output z, it will use this format for the equation. Then again, I guess you could turn this into a standard equation form by just isolating z. I think. I don't know. But we're going to find tangent plane at point 1, 0, 2, 0, 2, 1, 0. So you can try that out yourself using this format here for the equation. So I'm going to start. So for this problem, we have to find the x partial, the y partial, and the z partial. And with the z null, y null, and x null points, they're already given inside of this point, so we don't have to ignore it. We can just ignore. We don't have to figure out anything for the null values. So for our x partial, what is our x partial? Our x partial is just 2xy. Our y partial is x squared plus z, and our z partial is just y. Now that we have that, we just have to plug in the values of this point into our partials. So it would be f of x 2, 1, 0, f of y 2, 1, 0, f of z 2, 1, 0. If we plug everything in, we get 2 times 1 times 2, which is just 4. This is 4 plus 0, so this is 4. And then this is y, just y. So the value of y, plug in here. This is our z partial. I don't know what to call it, gradient, I guess. So once we have these partials, all we have to do is plug them in. So what we did here, our x partial with our null points is just 4. So we just put in 4. X minus x null, which is 2, plus f y partial, which is equal to 4, times y minus y null, which is 1, plus 1, which is our z partial here, times z minus z null, which is just 0. So it's just 1 times z, which is just z. And this is equal to 0. So for this next problem, notice how there is no z value in the inputs. So let's just remove this function thing. Maybe, as you can tell, this is just what I normally write. But the function is equal to 0. So the output of the function is equal to z, not 0, z. And we are given a point with only the x and y values this time. So if we only get the x and y values, we need to find the z value first so we can plug it into our z null value here. How do you find z null? Well, z null is just the output of the function. So if you just put in 0 and 2 into the function, you get e to the power of 0 times 2, which is just e to the power of 0, plus 0 squared, and then you just get 1 here. So our z null value, or our z point that we're trying to find the tangent plane at this point, for its z value is 1. Once we find that, all we have to do is find the gradient, or we find the partials. So our partial for x here is y times e to the power of xy plus 2x. And our partial for y is just x times e to the power of xy plus 0. Now we have to plug in our inputs. So this is not 1, this is 2. So for the x partial, and we have to put in the inputs for the y partial. at our point. So we put in 0 here, we get, well, if we put in 0 here, we just get 0. If we put in 0 for the x value here, we get e to the power of 0, which is just 1, so this turns into 1. And our y value is just 2, so 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 0 is just 0, so this is answers 2. Now that we have these, we can just plug it into this format of our equation of a plane or tangent plane. So z minus z null, we already found z null is 1. Z minus 1 is equal to our x partial value, which is 2. X minus x null, which is just 0, so it's just 2x, plus 0 for our y value. So this is just 0 times y minus y null, which is 2, which is just equal to 2x, because 0 turns this into 0. So our final equation is z minus 1 is equal to 2x. Moving on. This one will be not implicitly defined. So it's sine of x times y plus x to the power of 3 is equal to our function. And we are given the points already for the z null value. 0, 0, 0. Let's go ahead and find our partials. And looking at our equations here, all we need for this is just the z null value in our gradients values, or our x partial and our y partial and our point. And we already have the point, so all we need are the partials right here, partial derivative values. And the reason why I'm using this formula, if you couldn't tell, is because z is not an input in the function, rather z is an output of the function. For this equation here, z is an input of the function. So keep that in mind. So for our x partial, it is y times cosine of xy plus 0. And for our f of y partial, it's x times cosine of xy plus 3 to the power of 2. So as you noticed, if you plug in 0 for all these values here, you quite literally just get 0 as the output no matter what for x partial and y partial. So z minus z null is just z minus 0 is equal to our partials, which is just, well, x minus 0 plus 0 times y minus 0, and everything just turns into 0, so you just get z is equal to 0. So this is our tangent plane, z is equal to 0, and as you can tell, this is quite literally just the xy plane. For this function, one of the inputs is z, so we used our implicitly defined function for the tangent plane, which is this one up top. So for this, let's go ahead and find all the partial derivatives. Our partial derivative for x is just 2x. Partial derivative for y is just 2y. And our partial derivative for z is just negative 2z. If we plug in all our values here to get constants for our functions of partials, we get 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 2, which is our y value, times 2 is equal to 4. And 2, which is our z value, times negative 2 is negative 4. So now that we have all our partials, all we have to do is just plug the values in. So our x partial goes first, which is 2. Our x minus x null value goes next, which is 1. Our y partial goes next, which is just 4. Y minus y null, which is 2. Minus 4, because our z partial is negative 4. Z minus 2, because that's our z null value. All of this equal to 0. So that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, put it down in the comment section.